next up we have Jane Donnelly, who is the Human Rights Officer of Atheist Ireland.
Atheist Ireland supports Solidarity's provision of objective sex education bill. We ask the Taoiseach to provide the money message that will allow it to make it through the door. With or without a money message for this bill, there will be broadly similar costs to revising the curriculum and training teachers. But without a money message for this bill, those costs will be wasted on curriculum changes that will be delivered through a religious ethos, because most of the schools in Ireland have a religious ethos. Atheist Ireland has campaigned for years, both in Ireland and at the United Nations, for the objective sex education without a religious ethos in Irish schools. The Minister for Education recently acknowledged in the Dáil that students have a right to factual information about sexual matters. But if it is to be effective, that content must also be delivered in an objective, critical and pluralistic manner without a religious ethos. To do this, TDs will have to amend the law as proposed by this bill, because the NCCA has no legal power over how schools patrons with a religious ethos deliver the curriculum. Irish schools consistently breach the rights of atheist, minority faith and even many Catholic pupils, parents and teachers. The Irish Government has been repeatedly told this by the United Nations, the Irish Human Rights and Equality Commission and the Ombudsman for Children. The abortion referendum has changed everything. TDs can no longer assume that even most Roman Catholic parents want Catholic sex education for their children. Also, even if most parents in a particular area did want Catholic sex education for their children in the only local publicly funded school, that is still not a reason to deny the rights of the rest of the school community. We have moved beyond the time for fine-tuning the religious discrimination and privilege in our schools. We now need to move towards a secular, human rights-based school system that treats everybody equally. A lot of teachers, because of Section 37 of our equality legislation, they have to uphold the ethos of a school, so they can't teach it objectively now, even if they wanted to, because they could lose their jobs. That religious ethos exemption is still in our equality laws. So the teachers will have to be upskilled, and it is a skill to deliver sex education objectively and with all those issues over consent and in relation to contraception and all that area, and they will have to be upskilled. So that would bring us, it could be a year maybe, but it is achievable. I mean, it's not something that is new, because they're doing it all the time. They're doing it with different curriculums. There was a new exam this year about politics. There's a new course in the Leaving Cert. So they're doing this work all the time. It's part of what they do. And SBHE, on which sex education is part of the curriculum as it is. So it is a process that has started already, and it should have an end to it. And if we have the bill and the bill gets through, we will have something new in Ireland, because we have to understand that this is a right. It's a right for students and for children to have objective sex education, and the Minister has said that. He has said that, the UN have told them that, and that we just have to keep fighting for it. If this falls, we'll keep fighting for that, because that is a right for students, and we're not going to let this go. We've been at this for years. We went to the UN to fight for it. It is something that is so important, and for our whole culture and for young people, that they must have objective sex education in our schools. I have 3 daughters myself. They didn't get that, and I want that for other parents and their children, and it's a must, and we will fight for it, and we will achieve it.